Hey guys. Um, Usually I say hey stars and this is Sharrass'S star, but I don't know, I woke up today so heavy. I don't even know why. And I think this is something that has been coming down on me for a while, and I've just been trying to I'm gonna bring my mic in. I just have been trying to push it back, and like many of us do. And I was just on the phone with my favorite cousin slash sister, Latoya, and Dr. Gatlin. I'm sorry, I want to address her properly. Dr. Latoya Gatlin and her husband, Bishop Gatlin. But this was just about my cousin today. I needed my cousin to be my cousin, not to be a doctor, not to be a first lady. I just needed her to be my cousin. That's all I needed today. Listen, I woke up really heavy today because thinking about relationships, I think that um, I don't know what to think about friendships anymore. I've had a group of friends that I've been friends with over 30 years. And me being in my 50s, I personally thought that if you had friends that's over 30 years that, you're going to be there with each other to the end, because at this point you've seen each people through marriages, divorces, giving birth to children, losing parents, losing grandparents, sometimes accidents. You've been with these people for over 30 years and have experienced things with them that they are now your family. They are the ones that you turn to. And with me not having a mom and a dad and grandparents anymore, um, and my favorite cousin slash sister is now moving across the country, I've never felt alone. And yeah, I am in a next month, my anniversary, I'm in a 16-year relationship. And yes, but you know what? Sometimes you spend so much time making sure other people are okay, and you think that it will be either reciprocated or understood when you're not okay. Meaning, like everyone knows the story that we taught me and my partner did our video together on Valentine's weekend, and we stated that he lost his mom during the pandemic, and because he wasn't able or wasn't allowed to grieve like normal people grieve, meaning having a memorial, having a funeral, saying your final goodbyes, because it was done over COVID, it was done over an iPad. He said goodbye to his mother over an iPad. Um, and then the next thing we know, we were shipping her body someplace else where they could have a funeral down south where they were from. Um, but again, it was during pandemic. You couldn't travel. You couldn't do anything. It just was weird. So I say all that to say, I spent more time trying to make sure that he was okay. Meaning, I had never, in the 16 years, I had never been with him when he experienced a loss. Not to even speak, this is a loss of his mother. So I didn't know what to expect. Um, and you get to really see people for who they are. And I'm not saying this against him or anything. He's a great man. I love him. He's been great to me, but I don't always think I've been handled correctly. I don't think that I've been giving grace. Like during the past, for instance, for the past like 5 Mother's Days, right? I usually take and make sure we are out of the country so we don't have to get that Happy Mother's Day, every commercial, everything you hear. You go to another country, you don't hear that. That's a United States thing. You go someplace else, you might hear people from the United States saying Happy Mother's Day, but it's not the commercials and it's not this and it's not that. So that was good. This year, because we were having so much work done on our house, it just didn't work out. And then we don't want to fly now. We just don't. We're not trusting the flying transportation at the moment. So, which means I had to face demons that I didn't normally wouldn't have to face. But again, for the past 5 years, I've been so focused on making sure he's okay because of the circumstances that he lost his mom. I know it would be different than anybody else, you know. Um, you don't tell people how long to grieve or how to grieve. You don't tell people, okay, it's been 5 years, it should be easier now. No. And then you have to think of the circumstances that he lost his mom. But getting away from that, because this is not about him at all. This is about friendships, how you're treated by people. You put everything into people. Sure, you friends with 30 years, they're going to see you in ups and downs, and you're going to see them in ups and downs, right? And also, you think because you've seen each other in almost every circumstances that the grace would be there. But I found out I have a friend that I've been friends with over 30 years, and most people know when they saw me, they saw him, and vice versa. Um, I haven't seen him in a year because he got mad at me because I made a statement about something, and I'll keep that private between us. But it wasn't I thought that after being friends for 30 years and considered best of friends, that if I saw something, that I could say something, and it doesn't work out that way. And then when you do that and people take it as a threat or they take it as you're not being on their side, they turn on you for nothing. And you have to deal with it. You find out that sometimes people weren't even was never your friend. I don't know if that's the case there, but I feel that that's the case there. That you were never my friend. You were always, you know, always waiting for that moment to something to happen to get that mad to not be friends. um I've just been let down so much by friends lately, and I'm so full. I don't know, and I know I'm not the only one out there, so I told my cousin, I decided to get on camera. This is not me. When have y'all ever seen me this way? I'm usually the funny person or the person that can gather an outfit. I mean, and I told my cousin, I said, I want to be more than that. I said that I think that people see me. I'm the one that's going to keep you laughing and being funny. But or I need an outfit. Give me your ideas. What you think I should do? Who you think I should be wearing? Other than that, there's no value in me. And it's bad when you realize that people don't find value in you. Um, I don't know. It's just I value people, value friendships. As you see behind me is nothing but a brick wall. I don't want it to be about anything else but this. When people don't find value in you, what do you do? Listen, life has been very, very different for me for a year and a half now. People don't know. Since the beginning of January of 2024, I've been unemployed. My friends know, my family know, but people on the outside that look at me because nothing has ever changed. But yeah, I've been unemployed for over a year. Um, I don't even know if I even want to do what I used to do as far as in the legal field. I don't even know if I want to do it anymore. It wore me out so much the last place I was. I felt so just undervalued. And sure, we could put smiles on our faces and we could put on some clothes and wear some jewelry and, drive a nice car. All those things are great. Believe me, I live a great life. That's why I can be out of work for a year and a half and nobody knows the difference. Because luckily, the man that I'm with taught me years ago, save your money. Stop spending your money. As fast as the check will come in, I'll be out behind the bag or doing something or something or something. And he taught me to save. And that's what I did. And lucky for me, during the pandemic, working from home, we kept our jobs. We stayed gainfully employed through the pandemic. So you got to save a lot of money because there was no place to go. You weren't buying clothes. You weren't running a town. You wasn't doing anything. Your cars were sitting in the driveway, so you wasn't putting gas. So you got to save a really good amount of money, and that's how I lived. And that's how I'm living. And maybe some people would say, "Why are you telling people that?" Because it's the truth. And people, it's tough out there, and everything isn't financial. I still have my BMW. I still have my house. It's not always easy. Um, because we live a certain lifestyle, we live a certain way, and we've upheld that up until whenever, and we still can. But other than that, I don't see people seeing value in me. And I told my cousin today, and I don't feel this way very often or ever. I woke up this morning, I had a little dispute, and I questioned, why am I still here? Meaning, my parents are gone. My grandparents are gone. My aunts and most of my aunts and uncles are gone. Like, I'm in my 50s. Me and my cousin, a lot of you guys know Latoya, Dr. Gatlin. We're those people that we used to, when we were little, we looked and they were in their 40s and 50s, and we were like, wow. And we are those people now. We are those people. We are almost the leaders of my family. People coming to us now for things and support and stuff. And they'd be like, wow. And it can become very overwhelming because if you grew up like I grew up very religious, church going, Kojic, all those things, right? And when I decided to break away, I broke away. Um, but I'm not that person anymore. I'm not the person I was. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not 30 anymore. Hell, I'm not even 40 anymore. And so I'm not that same person. And sometimes you grow and other people don't grow. And it's very hurting and disappointing when you find out that sometimes you're the only one you can depend on. People say things, the nastiest and baddest things to you to hurt your feelings, right? And in my lifestyle, they talk about this shade. Well, let me tell you, I'm telling you straight to your face. Sometimes you just hurt. And hurt people hurt people. But I'm tired. I'm tired of being that strong friend. I tell you at the end of my videos, check on your strong friends. I'm that strong friend that nobody checks on. Listen, I don't want no sympathy. I just know that there's somebody else out there feeling the same way I feel. And when you feel unvalued and you feel like, why am I here? Why? You, you, you live a good life, but what else? What else? What else is there? I'm trying this YouTube thing and it's okay. It's moving. I don't make any money from this, people. I do this because I wanted to do something different. I'm a very private person, and it's me getting a YouTube channel. People don't understand, but my friends and family knows I was the last person to get Facebook or Instagram. I've only had Facebook and Instagram some years now. Like, I never had MySpace. I'm way too private for that. And I think that I've always kind of suffered through my whole life. And I think that I've learned to just put a smile and people think everything is fine. So everything is fine. But please, you have family members, you have friends out there that um, sometimes they just need to talk. Sometimes you just gotta pick up the phone and call somebody and say, "How are you? I don't want anything. How are you? You've been on my mind, or you cross my mind. Anything. You don't get it. I do it to people all the time. Just like for instance, my cousin, and you hear me speaking about her again, Latoya. Her husband give and give and give until they can't give anymore, right? Now, what that does is, I know that they need sometimes somebody just to call them on the phone and say, "Hey, Bishop, hey, Toya, how are you today?" No, 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 no. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. You were on my mind, and I'm thinking of you. And that's important. It is. Look. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Right now, I'm just in a place, and I've never been in this place before. I have a whole setup of stories to tell you guys, but I didn't think I'd be able to get through them. And after speaking to my cousin for over an hour, we were raised to be of service. Okay, my grandmother, Phoebe McCullen, she taught us to be of service. And that's why my cousin has started a pantry for my grandmother in my grandmother's name, feeding the community. And I would leave work from Manhattan and drive into Brooklyn, and we would serve families and give them the things they need. But sometimes it was people right there as family needed just a kind word, or I don't want to talk about the bag I'm carrying or the car I'm driving. Sometimes I just want to talk about me and how I feel. And, and what else is very disappointing is you find that your loved ones, they think of you in a certain manner that you never thought. And when they get angry at you, they say things to you that you would never think of saying to them. And people say, "Oh, you can be shady when you want to be." Sure, I can be shady when I can be. I can be extra. I can be all those things. But I'm also human, and I have a good heart. My cousin tells people and has mentioned to me many a times during many of these years, tell me how selfless I am. I'm always think people that really know I'm always thinking of others. I have friends that I have really went out my way, and these same people know that um I don't even know what to say, but I'm just tired, and I just know that there's other people out there. Um, there are people out there that are in need, and I'm just having a bad day. And this is the first time in my life that I've ever explained myself and put myself out there to the point where I know some of you are gonna have things to say. I don't care, because guess what? If I truly say that I'm of service and something's going on with me, I know I'm not the only one. So whoever's out there, I don't know how I feel right now. Like I said, I got up this morning wondering, why am I here? What? What else is there for me to do? What? Everybody turns their back on you. People say things that are untrue. People prejudge you. They just lie on you. They just it's become too much. It's become too much. And I know the internet ain't no place to be if you ain't got a strong mind and a strong back. I do. But we're talking about people that know you and love you or claim they love you around you. I don't care what someone who doesn't know me say about me. I don't care. You don't know me. But these are people that know me, know my heart, know me, and they'd rather see the worst in you than the best in you. Rather remember you 20 years ago when you weren't such a nice person, when you thought it was all about you. Listen, people, listen, I don't care. Just look, reach out to your strong friends. Reach out to your family members that you haven't. I think I said to you guys a few days ago, the last time you walk away, the next time you walk away could be the last time you walk away. Keep that in mind, people. You never know what people are going through. Um, I'm going to end this here. I would love to do a whole segment on relationships and friendships. Um, I love you guys. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. A blessed day on purpose. Have a great day on purpose. Meaning, if you can get up in the morning and wish anything, wish you have a great day.
Love you guys. Speak to you soon.